Have you ever made a quick decision and later thought, I didn't expect that to happen? If so, you weren't careless. You were just thinking in first-order terms. First-order thinking asks a simple question: what will happen if I do this? Second-order thinking asks a deeper one: what will happen after that happens? That difference matters because it's what separates reactive people from strategic thinkers. And today, you're learning how to think beyond the moment so your future self doesn't have to clean up avoidable messes. Here's first-order thinking. If I skip this class, I'll have more time today. That's true, and it feels good. Now listen to second-order thinking. If I skip this class, I might fall behind. Then I'll feel anxious. Then I'll cram. Then I'll perform poorly on the exam. Same decision, very different outcome. One view stops at the surface, the other follows the chain reaction. This is the core idea. Second-order thinking means looking past the immediate result and considering what comes next, and then what comes after that. It means thinking across time, across people, across systems. Not just what feels good now, but what does this set in motion? So here's the definition. Second-order thinking is the habit of considering long-term effects, indirect consequences, and systemic impact, not just immediate outcomes. It's how you avoid short-term wins that create long-term problems, and how you make choices that compound in your favor over time. Most regret doesn't come from bad intentions. It comes from decisions that were never thought all the way through. Okay. Second-order thinkers don't just ask what happens next. They ask, and then what? That's how you stop reacting to life and start shaping it. Some cities banned plastic straws to protect the environment. The first-order effect looked great, less plastic waste. But then came the second-order effects. Thicker plastic lids replaced straws, creating even more waste. People with disabilities lost an essential tool. Paper straws dissolved mid-drink, frustrating users and businesses. Good intention, unintended impact. This is why smart policies and smart student decisions must think at least 2 steps ahead. Now, bring this closer to home. You decide to take the lead on a group project. Your reasoning is simple. I'll get it done faster myself. That's first-order thinking. But here's what often follows. Your teammates disengage. You burn out. No one else learns or contributes. Future collaboration breaks down. What looked like a quick fix creates a bigger problem later. Second-order thinking reveals the hidden cost of convenience. So why don't we think this way more often? Because first-order thinking feels natural. Our brains crave simplicity. We're under pressure to act fast. The future feels uncertain, and we assume cause and effect are linear. But most real systems aren't. Careers, teams, reputations, health, they're nonlinear. What you do today doesn't just end today. It echoes forward, for better or worse. Here's a simple way to apply it. Step 1, identify the decision. For example, drop this course, or say yes to this opportunity. Step 2, ask one powerful question, repeatedly, and then what? Follow the ripple 3 to 5 steps out. What happens next? How do others respond? What gets delayed, accelerated, blocked, or copied? What does this decision teach people about me? Step 3, weigh the impact. Ask yourselves, is the long-term cost worth the short-term gain? Am I solving a symptom or the root problem? Who benefits now, and who pays later? This is where strategy is born. Not from reacting to what's in front of you, but from understanding what your choices set in motion. Second-order thinkers don't just ask, will this work? They ask, what will this turn into? And that question changes the quality of every decision they make. Pick one decision you're facing right now. Dropping a course, delaying a task, saying yes to a role, starting a side project, quitting a commitment. Just one. Now slow down and ask yourself a few better questions. First, What's the immediate benefit or relief? Less stress, more time, quick progress, a feeling of control. That's the first order effect. Now go deeper. What are the second, third, and fourth order effects? What happens after this decision? And then what? And then what? What does this choice signal to your future self or to the people around you? Could delaying, adjusting, or reshaping this decision lead to a better long-term result? You can use anything to do this: a journal, a voice memo, a simple decision map. Because here's the truth. Not every option that feels possible is actually wise. Yes, you can. Work all night. Take 6 internships. Start 3 side hustles. Lead 5 clubs. But the real questions are, what system am I building? What habit am I reinforcing? What reputation am I shaping? Second-order thinkers don't just manage actions, they design impact. Mantra: a short-term win that causes a long-term problem is not a win. You're not just building a productive week, you're building a life. So pick one decision you're facing this week, big or small. Run it through second-order thinking. What happens after you act? What does this unlock or block long-term? What does it teach others or reinforce in you? You might discover a yes that should really be a no, a habit worth protecting, or a smarter way to delay, scale, or redesign. Smart students don't just ask, what happens if I do this? They ask, what happens because I did this? That's how you become a systems thinker, a strategic leader, a decision maker with vision. In the next lesson, we'll move into decision framing, how the way you define a choice shapes the answer you end up with. Because the quality of your decisions starts before you ever choose. See you there. Before you move on, pause. Write down one decision you're weighing right now. List the first order benefit, then trace the ripple, 2, 3, 4 steps out. Ask yourself, what kind of future does this decision quietly create? That's second order thinking at work.